Fame, fortune, and respect. Some celebrities had it all until they threw it away with shocking criminal acts. These weren't minor mistakes or lapses in judgment. These were serious crimes that destroyed careers, shattered reputations, and landed stars behind bars. From beloved comedians to respected actors, from chart-topping musicians to sports heroes, no level of fame could protect them from the consequences of their actions. Their falls from grace were swift, dramatic, and often irreversible. Ready to see how quickly stardom can turn to scandal? Let's examine these career-ending criminal convictions. Bill Cosby was America's dad, beloved for The Cosby Show and his wholesome comedy, but multiple sexual assault convictions destroyed his legacy completely. The man who once preached family values was sentenced to prison, losing his honorary degrees, career, and reputation forever. Harvey Weinstein was one of Hollywood's most powerful producers, with dozens of Oscar-winning films under his belt. Sexual assault and rape convictions ended his reign of terror, earning him decades in prison and destroying the empire he built through intimidation and abuse. R. Kelly was the king of R&B with hits like I Believe I Can Fly, but his crimes were horrific. Convicted of sex trafficking, racketeering, and child exploitation, he received 30 years in prison, silencing his voice forever and erasing his musical legacy. Phil Spector revolutionized music production and created the Wall of Sound, but he murdered actress Lana Clarkson in 2003. The legendary producer died in prison in 2021, his musical genius forever overshadowed by his violent crime. O.J. Simpson was a football legend and actor who seemed to have it all. Though acquitted of murder, his later conviction for armed robbery and kidnapping in Las Vegas sent him to prison for 9 years, completing his fall from grace. Jared Fogle was the friendly face of Subway commercials, inspiring millions with his weight loss story. But his conviction for child pornography and sex with minors destroyed everything, earning him nearly 16 years in federal prison and universal disgust. How many of these shocked you? The criminal behavior gets even more disturbing. Danny Masterson starred in That 70s Show and seemed like a fun-loving actor, but rape convictions in 2023 sent him to prison for 30 years to life, ending his career and destroying his family's reputation in Scientology circles. Allison Mack was a beloved actress on Smallville, playing a wholesome character, but her involvement in the NXIVM sex trafficking cult led to federal convictions, prison time, and the complete destruction of her acting career and public image. Michael Jace played a police officer on The Shield, but life imitated art in the worst way. He murdered his wife in front of their children, earning a 40-year prison sentence and ending his acting career permanently. Lilo Brancato Jr. was a promising young actor from A Bronx Tale and The Sopranos, but his involvement in a burglary that led to a police officer's death sent him to prison for 8 years, destroying his promising career. Tim Allen was a rising comedian when he was arrested for drug trafficking in 1978. Though he served time and rebuilt his career, many don't know that Tool Time Taylor once faced life in prison for dealing cocaine. Snoop Dogg faced murder charges in 1993 when his bodyguard killed a rival gang member. Though eventually acquitted, the high-profile trial could have ended his rap career before it truly began, costing him millions in potential earnings. Aaron Hernandez was an NFL star with the New England Patriots, earning millions on the field. But his conviction for first-degree murder ended everything: his career, freedom, and eventually his life when he committed suicide in prison. Are you keeping track of how many careers ended in handcuffs? The list continues. Suge Knight was a powerful music mogul who helped launch careers of Tupac and Dr. Dre. But his violent criminal history culminated in a hit-and-run murder conviction, earning him 28 years in prison and ending his reign over Death Row Records. Oscar Pistorius was an inspirational Paralympic athlete known as the Blade Runner, but his conviction for murdering his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp in South Africa ended his athletic career and sent him to prison for over a decade. Chris Benoit was a beloved professional wrestler and WWE champion, but the discovery that he murdered his wife and son before taking his own life erased his legacy completely, with WWE removing all traces of his career. Joe Sun was an actor, an MMA fighter who appeared in Austin Powers, but his conviction for gang rape and torture, followed by murdering his cellmate, earned him life in prison without parole. Ray Caruth was an NFL wide receiver with a promising career ahead of him, but his conviction for conspiracy to commit murder of his pregnant girlfriend ended his football career and earned him nearly 20 years in prison. Christian Brando, son of Marlon Brando, had acting opportunities but threw them away. His conviction for voluntary manslaughter of his half-sister's boyfriend destroyed any chance of following in his father's footsteps. Checking your shock meter again? These criminal convictions destroyed everything. Jennifer Pan seemed like a model daughter, but she orchestrated the murder of her parents when they discovered her lies. The failed assassination attempt left her mother dead and her father wounded, earning her life in prison. Felicia Pearson played herself on The Wire as a former drug dealer turned actress, but her arrest on drug conspiracy charges threatened to send her back to the life the show helped her escape, though charges were eventually dropped. Plaxico Burress was a Super Bowl-winning NFL receiver, but accidentally shooting himself in a nightclub led to weapons charges. The conviction cost him millions in career earnings and 2 years of his athletic prime. Michael Vick was one of the NFL's most exciting quarterbacks, revolutionizing the position, but his conviction for running an illegal dog-fighting ring sent him to federal prison for 18 months and cost him over $100 million in earnings. Jason Williams was an NBA All-Star with a bright future ahead of him, but his conviction for accidentally killing his limousine driver with a shotgun ended his basketball career and earned him 5 years in prison. Rae Dawn Chong had a successful acting career in the 1980s, but later legal troubles, including assault charges, damaged her reputation and limited her opportunities in Hollywood. Lil Wayne faced multiple drug and weapons charges throughout his career, including 8 months in prison. While he rebuilt his music career, the criminal convictions cost him touring opportunities and endorsement deals. These stories show us that no amount of fame, fortune, or talent can protect someone from the consequences of serious criminal behavior. Unlike financial troubles or personal struggles, major criminal convictions create permanent stains that rarely wash clean. What's most disturbing is how many of these celebrities used their power and influence to commit their crimes. Whether it was sexual assault, murder, or drug trafficking, they believed their status would protect them from consequences. They were wrong. Some of these convictions revealed patterns of behavior that had been hidden for years. Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby, for instance, used their industry power to silence victims for decades before justice finally caught up with them. Others, like Aaron Hernandez and Chris Benoit, shocked the world with sudden, violent acts that seemed completely at odds with their public personas. Their crimes revealed dark sides that nobody saw coming. The most tragic cases involved those who had already overcome adversity to achieve success, like Michael Vick, only to throw it all away with criminal behavior. Their falls were particularly devastating because they had already proven they could rise above difficult circumstances. Perhaps most chilling are those who committed crimes against family members or close friends, betraying the very people who trusted them most. These weren't crimes of passion or mistakes. They were calculated acts that destroyed multiple lives. These criminal convictions didn't just end careers. They revealed the true character of these celebrities. Fame and fortune couldn't hide their criminal nature forever, and when the truth came out, the consequences were swift and severe. Which celebrity criminal conviction shocked you the most? Did any of these revelations change how you view fame and power in our society? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember that true character is revealed not by success, but by how someone treats others when they think nobody is watching.